Welcome back to another Celebrity Sweets. I'm Ethan and summer has officially started. It began on June 21st and lasts until like September 20 something as well. 23rd? 23rd. Now when I think of summer, I think of like vacations, sun, tanning, anything outdoors, like parties. The list goes on and on. And a very common thing to do in summer is go to the beach. So today we are going to be making a bunch of beach-inspired treats. We're going to be making 3 different things. One will be a pineapple palm tree cupcake. The other will be a make and take ice cream sandwich that we're going to decorate to look like a beach ball. And the last will be some cake popsicles that will resemble real popsicles. So let's get this party started. The ingredients you'll need for these pineapple cupcakes will be 1 2/3 cup all-purpose flour, 1 cup or 8 ounces of crushed pineapple, 2 large eggs, 1 stick or half a cup of unsalted butter, a half a cup of granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The first thing we want to do is in a small bowl combine all of your dry ingredients. This will be your flour, baking powder, and salt. I've set our dry ingredients off to the side, and now in a larger bowl we can cream together our butter and sugar. With a hand mixer, beat this up until it is light and fluffy, about 1 to 2 minutes. Now that your butter and sugar is creamed, I scrape down the sides and we can begin to add in our eggs, one at a time, beating after each addition. When you've beaten in your eggs, we can now go ahead and add in our vanilla extract and follow that by adding in your pineapple, which smells so good. Once your pineapple is fully mixed, we're going to start by adding in half of our dry, mix it up, and then add in the last half of your dry and mix it up. We've made our pineapple cupcake batter and we can start to transfer it over to our cupcake pan. I've lined this cupcake pan with 12 light green cupcake liners. And I've got an ice cream scoop and I'm going to fill all these cupcakes about 3/4 of the way full. When your cupcake pan is completely full, pop it into the oven at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. While our cupcakes are baking, we can start to work on some of the decorations for these cupcakes. We're going to frost them using some buttercream frosting, but on top of that, I wanted to give it like a sandy effect. And to do that, I've got some graham crackers here. I'm just going to place these into a bag and just crush them up. For the actual palm trees themselves, I've got some pretzel rods, and I actually just broke a bunch of pieces off of them. We have some different heights here, and these are going to act as the trunk for our palm trees. I've also got some green candy melts. I just melted these down, placed them into a piping bag, and snipped the tip. And now on top of these pretzel sticks, I'm going to pipe our green candy melts to look like leaves. I've taken our pineapple cupcakes out of the oven and gave them plenty of time to cool down. Now we can start to decorate these. Over here, I've got my buttercream frosting, and if you want this recipe, you can click right up here. And I've got an ice cream scoop just to help scoop a big dollop of frosting right on top. After you've frosted your cupcakes, now we can roll them into our graham crackers. It makes a mess like sand. Wowza. Our cupcakes are coated in the graham crackers, and now the last thing we can do is add on our palm trees. We've created these cool pineapple cupcakes, and now we can move on to our second treat. We're going to be making some beach ball ice cream sandwiches. The ingredients for these beach ball ice cream sandwiches will be sugar cookies, ice cream, and some royal icing. The first thing I want to do in creating these beach ball ice cream sandwiches are decorate the top cookie. We're actually going to frost it to make it look like a beach ball, and I've got royal icing in those same colors, white, red, blue, and yellow. If you want both the royal icing recipe and this sugar cookie recipe, I will put links to those in the description below. To frost these cookies, I'm going to start by taking our white royal icing and piping a circle in the middle. Extending from that circle, I'm going to pipe lines to the outside of the cookie. I will be piping 6 lines, or basically 3 triangles, to divide it up. Once your royal icing hardens, go back and fill in those white triangles. And then using your red, blue, and yellow royal icing, color in the rest of the pieces. Once all that royal icing has hardened, finish it off by piping your white circle back on top. The royal icing has hardened on our cookies, and now we can start to assemble this ice cream sandwich. To do this, I'm going to start by taking one of our blank cookies and place it face down. Now we can start to prepare our ice cream, and I've got a big serrated knife right here because we're actually going to just cut right through the packaging and get a bunch of different slices. I'm going for slices that are about an inch thick. I've placed one of our ice cream slices onto a cutting board, and now using the same circular cookie cutter I used to cut out these guys, I'm going to cut out our ice cream. Using an offset spatula or a knife, carefully place your ice cream onto your cookie, and then carefully place on the top cookie, the one we frosted. And now I want to pop these into the freezer for over an hour to make sure that they are frozen and hardened. Our ice cream sandwiches are chilling in the freezer, and now we can work on our cake pops. And the ingredients for these cake pops will be cake scraps, buttercream frosting, and some candy melts. The first thing we want to do is take our cake scraps and our buttercream frosting and mix those together. This is just like making a cake pop, where we want the cake and the buttercream frosting to come together so we can roll it and shape it. I set our cake scraps off to the side, and now we can prepare our mold. I found this mold on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below if you'd like to get this too. I've also got a bunch of different colors of candy melts here, and what we're going to do is take a spoonful of candy melts and completely coat the bottom of the mold. When you've filled all your molds with candy melts, give the mold a nice little tap to release any air bubbles. And now I want to pop this into the fridge to allow it to completely set and harden. When the candy melts in your mold have hardened, now we can start to fill them with our cake. Take a little bit of cake and carefully press it into the mold. After your molds are full, we can insert in our popsicle sticks. And taking more of your melted candy melts, place a spoonful on the back, and using an offset spatula or the back of the spoon, smooth it out. Now it's fine if these are a little messy, but we do want to pop them back into the fridge to allow these to completely set as well. We'll clean them up all at the end. I carefully demolded our cake popsicles, and now we can start to decorate them. You can decorate them however you'd like. You could leave them plain, just like this. However, I've melted down some white candy melts, put those into a piping bag. And I've also got some funky sprinkles here, and I'm just going to add a few extra details. And here we have them, all of our summer beach themed treats that we made today. We started by making these cute palm tree cupcakes that are a pineapple cupcake with a cool pretzel, that's a hard word to say, with a cool pretzel pine. A lot of peas. With a cool pretzel palm tree on the top. We then moved over to our beach balls, which we made out of an ice cream sandwich, 2 sugar cookies, and in between we sandwiched some vanilla ice cream. And we finished it off with these cute mini popsicles that we made out of cake. All these are perfect for a beach bash or a summer get-together if you need a quick refreshing dessert, or if you're having a fun indoor party, these work too. If you happen to make any of these treats, please share them with me on Instagram or Twitter. And if you have any other requests for another celebrity sweets, please leave those down in the comments below as well. Also, don't forget to share this video with someone who's looking for like a summer treat idea or any summer dessert idea or anything you saw in today's video. Until next time, savor life and make it sweet. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button down below. And while I subscribe, you can do that by clicking this cute little donut right here. If you're looking for more content, up here's my latest video, and down here's what YouTube thinks you should watch. That's all for today. I will see you guys next time, and maybe at the beach.